immediately. Like, that's like as far as you can go. So, no, there's no way for them to do a long drop. Probably dropping early around Fairy to grab a vehicle.
Zampa takes Cloud9's spot.
Yeah, Tempo was able to recognize that Cloud9 left Fairy track. Yeah, Tempo was able to recognize that Cloud9 left Fairy Trash. And so because they have Gatka Trash, we're very, very thankful for that. They weren't forced out of their own position and said just, oh, we're just envelop that into our looting grounds. They're used to looting really separate from each other. Yeah. And so this isn't too much of an extension on top of that.
TSM coming in with a split loot as well. They're not going to be contested. Well, it actually seems to be heading on that way, but they're probably going to be picking up some vehicles and then heading back to the Starladder. As they normally do the last from Liquid. In the meantime, you see Vegas here have the military to themselves. Looted up the bit. We'll see where the circle lies with them or not. In just a few moments. But in the meantime, they're going to be quite happy with the power for the looting power. That place is absolutely insane. Quite tiny where they normally go. Phase are going to be given in late to their melting power and large melting power as well as the melting power trash, as you love to call those little compounds close to a higher or the outskirts of the melting power. And the circle indeed will reveal itself. Let's wait and see where it is. Hey, there we go. Eastern circles for days, boys. Nice. This is another circle that will put a bit of a hindrance into teams. But wait a second, we already see some action there. Neotica from Myth taking Axe down with a Scar. It doesn't look like Bebe wants to go for it. There's no reason to go for a risk here. Neotica does not have armor, but he does have a Scar and a helmet and a Dream. Axe, though, will be left for the Axe, it feels like.
Yeah, he's left at the drive, but yeah, good call by Bebe to not stick around, go for the risky res there. Just instead going directly into Sunken, hanging out there. Gonna be a little risky if he wants to leave. Myth is still kind of patrolling the area. Well, while I say that, Neotica kind of just leaves and dips and goes back.
You know what he said there?
What?
I'm in your vida.
I don't know.
All my life.
I'm an American. I know literally. No other language.
There you go.
You keep teasing me with this. You keep expecting me to know, like...
Well, here's the thing, friends. If you want to be a fan of And if you want to be a fan of EU, you're going to have to start learning, all right? I won't be a teacher, don't worry about that. Look at this, though. Two guys from LG are going to be passing past Keen. Will Keen have any kind of firepower to put them down? It doesn't seem like it. He's just going to wave at them.
Wave them up into the distance.
Hey, guys. There you go. That's going to be about it. LG are going to be going to perhaps North George or Jarky, by the way they're set. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, they usually go when they go around here, they stick around North George, and that does seem to be the case. Not too far from a Vanguard. Don't know if either team knows that they're there because the Vanguard arrived just too late to see that Luminosity had stopped where they did. As far as they know, they could have gone all the way to Zarki. So they'll probably be, you know, keep their ears open, eyes and ears open just in case. But nonetheless, a Vanguard, I feel like they've been having the worst luck with planes. They've been consistently having the farthest path.
Yeah.
On average, I think across
Today,
the all the days.
Last 3 matches, yes. They only had one circle that didn't include them, but was kind of close on the Severity last match.
Not circle, but just planes.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, yes, that is quite true. But then again, they're a team that are known to adapt and overcome any kind of difficulties, and that's why we love them. So yeah, they're going to be okay. They're going to be quite fine with their looting there. They got some vehicles to work with as well. There's a level 2 backpack there for Keen and an M16, level 2 armor. He's leveled up out of his mind, and that's pretty good. One compound, and he's good.
That's a kit.
That's a full loadout. That's a wrap.
We don't need increased air response.
Apparently not. Wait, hang on. Is that a meme? We don't.
That's a meme.
See, people are doing just fine.
You're not the only one who can meme here, my brother.
Welcome back into it then. It's good to have you amongst our ranks. It's cringy. We get a lot of ha-has in chat, but you know what? We do it for the peeps nonetheless. They smile.
They smile. We know you do. You type in cringe, but you're laughing when you do it.
There you go. laughing with us, not at us. Seungkyung is going to be quite close to TSM. Still no connection to be made just yet there. I don't think TSM are going to be actually taking this.
Why not? Rotations continuing to come through. GOL in a boat.
Okay.
All 4 of them to one boat, so if they do go too close to another team, it could be risky, but...
It is very risky.
But, yeah, we
Wherever
actually
they
saw
back
a team getting taken out in a boat.
Who was it?
LG.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was it. That was
Close
a long
spot.
rotation for them.
Yeah, from Liquid. That was insane.
Yep.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Yes, absolutely insane
But
stuff from Liquid.
in this circle, I don't think there's anyone on the coast close enough to deal significant damage to them, so they should be fine for now. The problem is coming up from the coast into a compound of their own.
Yes, indeed it is. Press X to pay respects. Ifty now, close to Myth. Now, Myth are going to be scouting now into that compound there, but there's no chance for any kind of trading blows. Of course, there's not a great visibility. And as we see it as it is, 16 teams, 61 alive. First circle strangling in here. Most of the teams have already made their way, as you can see. But some of them actually have to cross as well. 4 AM. Mumino as well with one of his teammates, as well as Keen Andrenis from Avangar, will make their pathing into this circle. Taken, of course, north of Lake. There's no reason to go south in this particular instance. And still we see Liquid trying to make their way out of their current spot, but they might go into Ifty. However, Cloud9 is also approaching that area, taking another compound that could potentially be very good at them, but already Ibiza from prison will take shots at them.
Yeah, we saw actually Liquid lose 2 players in the compound that Cloud9 took 2 games ago, I believe. Got taken by another team onto that when they were doing a split. Liquid also doing another split this time around, but this is a pretty wide split. So it's a little bit of an investment, and it thins out the team. So if they do get breached upon in this first circle, it can be quite difficult for them to hold them off. But it does mean that they do have a higher chance of having a compound in the next circle. Yes, so indeed. A risk-reward, they're going for a little riskier, but a pretty good reward if it does pan out in their favor. Keen now from ABG, making the rotate on through.
Yeah, Kenyoff getting dinked down by Break. Break putting in those Carnegie shots. Not a bad effort by him. Keen now with a rotate there. Still pushing forward there. Drainus is going to be in his front out of Anger. Going to be stopping by the rocks north of Lake, which is a spot that is easy to defend because you have such a wavy formation, I suppose. I can't find my words here, but you know what I'm saying. Vanguard now taking actually the yellow close by as well. I remember this compound being played in the Nations Cup way back in Awesome. I haven't seen a lot of teams actually go for this specific compound. Some NA teams do play here, though.
It's a weird one, just because as you can see around, if you want to just hang out here for a while, your vehicles are quite vulnerable. But this being on the edge of this circle, there's not too much risk here. They're here this time around, waiting for the blue to close, just hanging out until the second circle goes, and then they're going to go more than likely to a better spot, whether in the center or on the edge, has yet to be seen. But in any case, right now, they're not trying to contest for anything powerful, like a late game powerful spot. They're just waiting.
Indeed, a transitionary point, as you have called it. With the circle strangling in, we also see the boys from FaZe. Yempty, to be more precise, with that 8x car 98. No problem whatsoever for him to scout around and make sure that there's nobody breaching them. Nobody will be coming anywhere close. Rotations from this place are quite easy, because if you do have vehicles, then, well, you're going to have an easy time getting out of this one. It's a nice, lean way to travel through.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of bumps. However, at the same time, saying that, there's also a lot of open areas. So you have to gather up a fair amount of speed, a fair amount of momentum to cross it through.
They aren't immediately surrounded. It's just Antist and TSM to their west. And they're not like right next to each other, so they should be able to do so, get out without too much trouble. Right now, we're really just waiting for the blue to currently close and see where the second circle goes. That's what we, as well as the teams, are currently doing in this game. It should be only a couple of more moments before that does in fact happen. A lot of teams still outside, but tempo doesn't surprise me at all, actually.
Not at all.
C9 not too much either, but look at this second circle. This is...
What happened to Moody there?
I think it probably just got jumped out. Hit F, pulled a brake.
Pull a brake.
Pull a brake.
Perhaps he did. We'll find out later on. But yeah, it makes perfect sense. Considering where the circle is right now, there was no need for Tempo Storm to actually hurry up into it.
They never do.
Yeah, they never do anyway. But even so, considering where it is, they knew that even at the earliest time that they could have went into it, they would have still have been the last. So they stick around a little bit more. Their Cloud9 do the same thing as they did the previous matches. They normally do as well. They will stick around inside the blue, try to make their way inside. And there goes LG. Could cross past the Vanguard. We'll have to see later on if that happens indeed. In the meantime, Yempty driving around the compound there, making sure that his vehicles are safe. But Vanguard on the move. So LG have a second chance of life. There you go. Going back into this one. It looks like they're going to be quite okay with where they are. The lads from LG, however, in 1 minute, they're going to have to find a new home.
Yeah, AVG a little slow on the rotate if they want to go immediately for a compound, but Athletica here, they're kind of sort of gifted a crate, but it also could really, just be open. Bait. Yeah, it's out in the open. It's close by, so they could go for it.
They're gifted a bait.
Yeah, I mean, there are two ways to look at it. You could go for it with a UAZ, but it is risky. So we'll see if they do bite on that or not. 4am getting a little caught on wheels, and
okay, let's try that again.
Okay, third time's a charm.
Nope,
okay, just giving up. All right, just moving the buggy instead. Never mind.
Fantastic. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, that crate is going to be wheeling an AWM with an 8x scope. Cheek bad. You get a backpack as a bonus, as a painkiller, and a ghillie suit on top. And that's a sexy crate if I ever seen one.
That is, but you saw it actually was in a triangle between 3 different teams. So any one of those teams wanted to go for it, that would be 2 more teams trained in on their position. Austin, though, dropping out Goody with the Scar from pretty decent range. McCoy is up close to them as well. How do you get on this position? He's stuck up with an M249. If the rest of Ghost distract 4am, he can jump up on their close range with this LMG and tear them all apart.
The way 4am approached this one was with vehicles, so Ghost knows exactly where they are. 4am don't even know that they have enemies so close to them, and this seems to be a triple-pronged attack. You can see Profi coming in from a different perspective. He will be the distractor in this battle, and then it's going to be McCoy that steps in with the M249. Let's see if it pans out right for them or not. Aflux and Austin already on the move. They want these frags, they want this battle, and they will be going for it. McCoy waiting for his chance to pounce.
Such a good position that they have McCoy here. So he's a rock. He does peek around when the vehicle's starting to move, and he does get the drop onto Gukun. Right good. Before 4am going to stop and take this fight. It looks like that is the case, but there's McCoy still close by, ready to pounce when the time is right. Aluka there dropping a couple of smokes to get the res up onto his fallen teammate, but here come the shots. Here comes
McCoy. There he is. One frag down. Second one follows soon. McCoy taken low. And that's actually going to be a beat that takes him from afar. That is not a good moment right now for Ghost, as they will get clamped in by Liquid. They're going to have to finish off 4am and move the crap out as fast as possible. Profi knows this. He's going to be careful in his approach. He's going to be taking a look at down to his liver and then take him down as well. Gukun with just 1 spot of life left. He banks the buggy, but he's going to be alive because Profi now is getting peppered in by somebody else, and it might be James indeed. What a time to be alive if you're Team Liquid coming into a fight that is just barely ending here on just scraping the bodies off the floor.
This is a great split that Liquid are employing as well onto this. We saw them jump in and grab a couple of frags, helping out, I guess, both teams as they dealt damage to both of the teams in that fight. Taking out some wheels on vehicles as well, going to make it even harder for Ghost coming into this. Gukun was able to heal up, but he is stuck by himself, going to try and play as safe as possible. Vitality here closer to, actually probably the closest to the edge on the
Yeah,
southern
it looks
side
like
of the
it.
circle. They're 4 alive, and that's a good sign. We talked about how their biggest weakness is keeping all 4 alive in their rotations into the circle, so this is definitely a good start for them. There are still a couple of rotation phases that they could get caught out in.
Yeah, they seem to have found their timing, though. That's the
Yes.
most important part about Vitality. That's why they're showing up today much better than they have yesterday. Because still, they had the frags, they had the fragging potential, they have the superstar roster, so to speak. Everybody there is a total beast, as Toffee's put it in the end of the segment. They're a team that comes to win. And this time around, it looks like they've adjusted that, just a slight bit of timing. Circle as well, kind of slightly helping them as well. Coming in from Milta, they just had to drive north a little bit. But they're still playing the edge.
Valiate's still in the blue. I just want to point that out. He wasn't even on the screen until a couple of moments ago.
Ooh,
but Zampa from Tempo, a really great player who's consistently fragging no matter what position his team is in, is taken very, very, very low. Is able to do prone down, heal up. And he's not too far from the 2 remaining players that are not Valiate, who's still out in the blue. Is making the run over towards the rock. He's still out. No, I don't have a problem. It's just like, it's almost comical how long Tempo stay in the blue.
I mean, look, if it works, it works.
If it works, it works. I do love it. It's really funny. It makes
Tempo
them unique.
Storm, we need an M at the end of their team name. Tempo Storm Mates, TSM? They're playing the old style of TSM is what I'm trying to say.
No, but they're extending it even further, though.
Yeah, they are. No, actually, this was the circle where TSM would make their way in.
TSM would never come in this late.
Well, listen, we'll fight about that at the end of the day. Here, in the meantime, we'll watch a fight popping through left and right up on the map. Entus A have taken on the ridges, on the cliffs. That's a powerful position as well. They might be... actually, no, they're on the lower side. Yeah, there we go. They won't be able to rotate that easy because they have face in their backs. We'll see how that one pans out. In the meantime, LG, Tempo Storm very close to one another as we were watching earlier on. We'll have to find out if either of these teams will make it out alive from where they are. Because, well, they're going to have to move soon.
Frex drops goal from October, yeah. And this is a very interesting circle. It's very uncommon, and there are very few compounds in this circle, and the ones that are pretty much already taken. There is a lot of hill space to work with. But because it's so uncommon, I can't imagine teams have much experience with this area. Valiate now coming in, does drop very low. Multiple sites trained on him from C9, and they are going to finish off that frag. Myth also lose a lot of players due to a spray down from FaZe.
It seems so indeed. And there again, it's not easy to rotate at all. Actually, I do believe that FaZe almost got compound breach, but they were able to withstand that with no problem whatsoever. Now, Tempo have heard some shots south of them. LG have heard the shots south of them as well. Tempo could potentially take this little compound here. If they see the UAZ, they're going to know LG are close to them. Perhaps they spotted it already. Perhaps that's the only reason that they haven't taken that compound.
Surprised LG haven't taken shots at them, because if I'm not mistaken, they have some pretty open sightlines onto them. Probably just want to play it safe and maybe catch and rotate, but...
alone?
Is he alone?
Uncry is alone from Atletico. I'm not too sure where his teammates are. We're going to have a look later on.
Oh, okay, so he was probably coming in as a scout, couldn't find a place, went to the water, does end up getting taken out anyway, but the rest of his team are now on their own rotate through, or at least Pongo is. They're sending a scout out one at a time, but FaZe right now in a split of themselves. They know Entus is there because Entus did just get that kill. They probably also rotate, but what a shot!
Holy smokes, Yempty comes in with a long-range shot against the beats and knocked out. Will get the rest, though, from his teammate close by. But Yempty just showing us that he's quite the beast. You don't want to mess with this guy.
Oh, God, okay. The res is going to come through for Liquid, but this is going to give a statement that you have to make sure that they don't stay extended for too much. They are in a split right now, and if they wait too long to gather back up, it's only going to make it harder for them to do so.
Yes, indeed. Tempo Storm now seem to be engaging in a fight. They took some damage here. I'm not too sure if whether or not it was from LG or not, but Cloud9 are just waiting for this fight to dwindle down so they can step in and take all of the frags. Frolic, the only one with the level 1 helmet here. It looks like his teammates have level 2s and 3s. So Tempo Storm are up for a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I went for the circle to reveal itself right now. That's going to define a lot, or if everything that is going to happen is going to go virtually center, just a little bit south.
Not too bad.
Most of the teams who aren't on the edge, actually all the teams that aren't on the edge are still inside. So it's not really going to upset anyone's expectations. But Tempo, they know they're caught between two teams right now, tossing some grenades down to
Cloud9 is so patient.
Yeah, they are. They don't have to worry too much right now.
Cloud9 are so patient. They're just waiting to see what happens here between Tempo Storm and LG. They could literally take anybody from Tempo Storm or Ninix as he peeks it now. And there comes that shot, bringing him to half life there. Ninix has absolutely no idea what just happened. And, well, it looks like they're going to give up the ghost. Not give up the ghost, but give up the fight, rather, so that they don't give up the ghost.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to pull away from this one. Hoping to find a couple of early frags, maybe turn this in their favor because it was a 2v3. But that didn't come their way. They gave their position away. Now they're going to try and back off. But Tempo are going on the push onto them. And in fact, Maluk finds the first frag.
Oh.
Your boy gets the second, and that is Luminosity out in 14th place.
That's unfortunate for them after having a good position. Today, they seem to be performing much, much better than yesterday. Not this match around. This one, they're going to be downed by Tempo indeed, and that might be Cloud9's call to go into the fight. They don't. Much rather get away. Solid FPS with a smoking bike. That is risky. What I call a danger play. The good thing about this is, though, that where they're going, the white is not far, and there's no teams that currently seem to be close to them. That's the only silver lining. Tempo Storm will make their way from the backside there. They might be caught off guard by Cloud9. We'll see how it pans out. In the meantime, Pack City takes some shot at some people there. It kind of works out. Bike into the water. It's some people eating up a heck of a ton of 556.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, and just they made it up here so far, but it's gonna be a tricky spot for them. They seem to be a little split off as well. There is some water in the circle, so they can stay here for now. But oh, your boy Dre finds Monkey, and that's the surprisingly last remaining member of Vitality. Vitality, I guess, caught in just too many fights. Hexetti trying to get those shots under the vehicle onto another member of Entis.
Yes, indeed. Circle's trying to get in here. Most of the teams have found their way in. TSM on the southern side, as you can see on the mini-map on the bottom right-hand corner. Tempo Storm are going to be taking shots at TSM as well. The Entis are going to be blocked into the water. NPR is going to be falling at the hands of your boy Dre. And Ibiza then downs Tavello. NPR going to get killed by your boy Dre. That leaves Smack and Break alone. Can they do something here with Tempo Storm just on their backs? Both of these teams almost inside the safety of the circle. Tempo Storm could push into that ridge and have safety as well. This battle can't seem to be delayed any longer. Vega's going to be waiting for whoever wins this one just a bit north.
Yeah, so Tempo, they knew that Cloud9 was above them earlier, and so instead made the south loop through. Ended up finding actually two teams, but they're still making the shots. Took out one member of TSM. Now there's only two of them remaining. But Liquid here, they were an engagement earlier, took out GOL. Now they are aware of a couple of teams on their position. Avant-Garde to their southwest, Ghost just to their north. No one's currently breaching onto their compound just yet, though, because everyone here is still inside the circle. Your boy Dre gets a drop onto Smack. The res perhaps coming through, but a couple of nades being tossed out.
Oh, let's have a look at that nade. Let's have a look and see if it connects. There is a res in progress, and we'll see if it pans out correctly. So,
no kill just yet, it seems.
Avant-Garde, in the meantime, we're watching the boys as they currently take a solid position to themselves. They have a great drop close by as well. They're going to be quite happy with the loot they got as well from their downed enemies. In the meantime, your boy Dre has been knocked out by Smack, so retaliation comes in from TSM. But I think Smack is no longer alone. Maluk and his teammate are going to try to make their way towards TSM. We'll see how that one works out later on here. Avant-Garde still okay where they are, no problem whatsoever with them. Liquid just north of them. That's not a fight that will soon pop up. It all dictates on the next circle, I suppose.
Yeah, the next circle actually just showed itself recently. No compound in the center, but there's a couple on the edges. But right now, TSM back in the fight, re-engaged by Tempo.
Oh,
continuous drops by Tempo.
Look at that side peek by Zappa. He comes in with the double-pronged attack. And a Smack peeks out. Zappa takes him down. That is it for TSM, taken down by Tempo Storm, who have lost members in that fight, so that is not good for them at all. Ghost Gaming going to be coming up against Liquid. That's going to be a breach that we're going to be watching in just a minute. In the meantime, Entis are going to have to move as well, because the circle does not encroach any kind of water whatsoever. And C9 as well against the Vega, so prepare for some spicy fights right here, as Maxis are already starting up ahead, downing Moody.
Yeah, C9, they don't have to fight at this compound necessarily because they are currently inside the circle, but they want to make sure that they're at least in a safe enough spot to not constantly get peeked down by Vega, who already took down Moody. The res is going to be coming through, is going to be safe enough behind a tree for that one, but they could also decide to fight for this compound. There are 4 of them left, and they are in a little bit of a split, so if they want to send Frex and Frolic down south and have a little bit of a crossfire on the breach, they could go for it, but it looks like they're actually turning around and not too worried about them. Eyes behind them on their back. Behind them, in the meantime, Atletico does get taken out of this in 9th place by Entis, actually.
Yeah, they're going to have to make their way just a bit south. And as they do, they know that there's Ghost still north of them. James is going to steal a frag, why wouldn't you? Some people is going to die to the play zone. Oh, rip James. He's going to go for the second one as well. This one, yes. It is his indeed, and that's his Entis A. And this is actually eliminated. There you go. That was the last man standing for them now. Ghost, are they going to make their way inside? I don't think so with the Beats' 4x Scar on them. Profi seems to be the last one there. Eating up a heck of a ton of damage. Oh my god, that one bites hard. He does get a fast first aid in between, but they should go by all means and purposes as the 7th team down. James now taking shots at FaZe, who also have to move. Their compound is not in the safety of the circle.
Yeah, it looks like Jempty's actually made a really quick rotate to the center. They don't even want to play on the edge of their compound. They want to find a better position. It's still close to the edge of the current circle. And using some soft cover they found to take care of themselves. Oh, and Ghost does get taken out. Profi wasn't able to survive in the blue for too much longer. The blue deals a lot of damage at this point in the game. And now James, I believe Liquid are aware of a Vanguard's position just to their southwest. And so they're going...
They heard shots earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're going for a more forward position to catch them off, to take control of this edge of the circle before fighting everyone else.
Oh, Cloud9 are actually playing a double fight. So they took down Maluk, and they're already going to go against Vegas Squadron on the south side of the circle. We'll have to see how that one pans out because, well, it doesn't include Vegas Squadron. Vegas Squadron have to make their way through Cloud9. If they go the other way, they're going to find Zampa as a solo or FaZe. So neither of the ways actually provide them any cover. If they go further to the east, they might have some cover, but they will have to go against Cloud9. And Cloud9 seem to have their sights set on them. Vanguard, oh, they're going against Liquid. But James comes in with the first knockout there. Mumino's going to fall. Unactive's going to try and smoke his teammate to get a res. But he's going to have to back out of it. Samty eats a ton of damage from Keen, but it's not going to be enough for a knockout here, it seems. The fight will still continue. Second smoke to be raining in. In the meantime, though, Moody takes Vegas Squadron down, or actually just Vampire Game on the south side there. But let's focus on this fight here. A Vanguard versus Liquid. Side-pronged attack coming in. One of the lads from Liquid is actually going to be coming in from a very nice angle to try and bring him to nothing. I think that's Ibiza.
Yeah, he's very low.
There
but
he
he's
is.
Sticking around nonetheless. The res on Mumino is going to come through, and now Scoom turn his attention elsewhere as well. Deciding, you know what, let's fight everyone. We are good enough. We have so many wins right now. No one else can take us. A little bit ambitious there. And Ibiza does actually get dropped by Keen, coming in from perhaps an angle that he was not expecting. Scoom now on the aggression. James, help your teammate out. Don't worry about FaZe right now.
Well, they're trying to clear out the circle that they're going to have to drive in through. So it's perfectly understandable that if they have a clear shot that they will go for it. Ibiza in the meantime is going to be killed by Unactive. So that's Unactive taking down one of the guys from Liquid. Still 3 of them left alive. Liquid and Scoom and James are going to try to push for it, but it's going to be Samty the one that actually finds the knockout there. Momino holding past the gas tank. Will he find any kills here? Oh, Samty spots him. Goes in for the Scar shot. Does not connect just yet. But the aggressive peek from Momino might just be to his down advantage, but Keen takes James down. This is a fight that a Vanguard can win. And so far, they're doing great. Samty forced to heal. What is Scoom doing here? Scoom is going to try to go for the nade, but Momino spots him. But in the meantime, they're shooting through the smoke. Doesn't really matter. Won't hit the shot. Samty connects, and that's Liquid coming back into it. 2 guys still alive in this fight.
There's a lot of reses and a lot of revives in this extended fight between these two teams. Vegas Squadron does get eliminated in the meantime.
Dangerous.
And James is going to get rezzed by Liquid, so it's going to keep both of these teams still 3 stars. Samty trying to go for the fight to stop the res through. He does have one, he has another. And that's only Momino left.
Samty, crazy mad Finn, the other twin, as he might be known here, really putting in good work. But as he does get Momino instead, and it's going to be him that takes down Unactive as well. For a moment, it seemed like a Vanguard have a chance. Keen now, but that's what's staying alive. Trade shot with Samty, knocking him out. Keen now, 1 HP left. Samty is going to get killed. Scoom and James are only interested in getting in the circle. They know that Keen has to move, and he doesn't have to move much, just past this tree. So that is when they can pounce and take him down.
Moody, though, hurt. Actually,
that's,
no,
helping Liquid, that's helping Liquid tremendously, what Moody is doing right now.
James actually gets the drop on a Fuzz face. So that's actually very bad for FaZe. I think they only have 1 person remaining, and that's Jempty. So they took a lot of casualties in the fight with Cloud9 that we missed earlier. Moody, though, making some smokes, trying to get into the next circle because no one is in there currently right now.
4 teams in it. Doesn't seem to be an easy task for either of those. Actually, Keen has the side of that. Look at that. Just the side of that tree to work with here. And so many crates from his fallen teammates that he doesn't really care. He's going to be a bushwookie now, but can I help him so late into the game? Liquid know exactly where he is. I think Cloud9 have a very strong chance of this. Yemty being as he solo from FaZe, and then 2 guys from Liquid. We'll see how it pans out in the meantime. Scoom finishes off the kill. Moody spotted though. Oh, Moody's shots. James knocks him out. And that's the first aggression coming in from Liquid against Cloud9.
Frax taking some shots out in return. Almost dropped Scoom again for a trade, but that's not going to be the case. Scoom going to pop some meds that he has. They have been a lot of fights though, so we don't know exactly what he has left in his pockets. Moody does finally bleed out after that, leaving just 2 of them left.
That's some dreams. That's what he has in the pockets. We'll see if it pans out or not. Keen is going to have to move out now. 4 seconds before the circle strangles in. He knows it. Has some smokes perhaps to work with here. Hopefully he does, but he gets spotted by Scoom. Nowhere is safe. Keen tries to go for a side flank on the right side there. But as he approaches in, he's going to have Cloud9 on one side and then Liquid on the other. Liquid being so focused onto Keen is not a good idea because Cloud9 could push them potentially there, but James finishes off that fight, which means that it's just going to be 3 teams left into this one here. 1 guy from FaZe, a lot from... Actually, no, it's not a lot. It's Cloud9 with 2 versus 2 of Liquid. Who's going to take this one home?
James already on the super wide flank around, trying to gain as much control of the north as possible, and Scoom has his eyes set on Jempty. He's not going to be able to out-heal the blue at this late into the game, and so FaZe are going to go out in 3rd place. Now it's just a 2-on-2 engagement between Cloud9 and Team Liquid. Cloud9 grouped up very close together. Liquid, however, opting for the crossfire execution here. They know where Cloud9 are after they took out that 3rd player from them.
This is such a dangerous play out of them. If they get knocked out, Liquid, they won't be able to get any kind of res. Cloud9 sticking together indeed. Scoom might be able to spot them just behind this ridge here. And as he approaches that tree, he might spot someone there. I think Solid was the one that spotted him first. Swaps him for a hollow. Solid did indeed see him. Let's see if he can connect his shots though. That's the important part right here. Scoom will go up from another bank, but look at the backstab. Look at the potential backstab here. Cloud9 could get absolutely demolished by James, who's coming in from a different angle. And it looks like actually Frex is looking at him. Frex might know where James is.
Yeah, he took out some shots, did a lot of damage. Didn't get a full drop just yet, but at least put Solid FPS down incredibly low. Frex there holding up the hill.
They're both looking at him. If Scoom pushes in right now, he's going to get the kill in the chicken dinner, and that's it. Scoom, though, plays this one safe. They've got the circle. They don't need to push. They know that Cloud9 will make a move soon. And when they do, well, James is going to be on the other side just waiting for him. Let's see if he does peek on his right, though, because that's where the lads are coming in from Cloud9. Frex and Solid just barely waiting to move up. 20 seconds left, and they need to make a move.
Looks like they're going to stay together as 2 and perhaps push James together and make it a 2v1 and hope that Scoom misses his long-range shots. But Scoom is in a very nice position to assist his teammate. And though, actually, teams that they're fanning out.
Yes, indeed. Scoom will know that they're coming in. James will know the same. Circle strangling in right now. That's it. This is the fight. This is the moment. The last match. The 10th one, rather. The last match of the day, of course. And just getting across the half of here. Will Liquid come on top with yet another chicken dinner? This cannot happen. C9 need this one for themselves. James tries to heal inside the blue. He's going to be caught off. But it's not going to be that one that gets him, and it's going to be Cloud9 that get the chicken dinner and the GG. And it was a beautiful effort out of the American lads.
A little bit of an overextension, you have to say, by Liquid there splitting up like that. They expected Cloud9 to go on the aggression, or perhaps they expected James flank on the side to deal more damage than it actually did. Yeah, he dropped Solid so low but didn't get the final kill, and then you may realize...
Here's the thing, that was an all-in or all-out play. Him actually playing outside the blue like that. Perhaps they thought they're definitely not going to check this angle because it's so late in the circles. They know how much damage the circle